I think we've done it. Yes. Good morning, everyone. My God, that was a battle. Okay. Right. Let's get into this today. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I had a problem just getting back on. I've been sat here watching this lovely bounce on NQ. Right, let's get it all together. Let's see if we can get the link. I'll just stick it in the Discord, Aaron, then we'll get going. What the hell is Patrick doing online? He's up late. What's going on there? Won't be a sec, we'll get cracking. Gonna do some higher time frame reviewing. We're coming back up on NQ to the 4 hour. Just letting everybody know in Discord that we're on. And then we'll crack on. I got no time. Fire alarm's going to go off in a second as well, I think. All right, we're up. Just wait for the fire alarm. Look at that pump. Right, let's go through this. Just going to simplify my screen. Let's look at the daily. So we've got this really large daily open, which isn't great. Which could causes to chop today. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. There's NQ coming back up. That was NQ's drop. Phew. So we'd have to come back above this level and hold it. We are coming up to the 0 line. I think trend AI is bearish. Yeah. Although we are weakening. Bullish on this current hour. So we've got a new hourly candle. This is the 4 hour. Right, so this is our 4 hour. So we flipped our 4 hour bullish. So we've got liquidity above on NQ. Straight out the gate on this hour. So I'll show you the 4 hour. So here's our 4 hour. So you can see we've come below. And now we've just flipped that. And we'll be using our high and low. We've just taken the high. Which means we can expect that this to be our low for the next 2 hours. Yeah, we've got another 2 hours left on the 4 hour candle. Nice and bullish. Let's see if we can get a tap back into here maybe, get an entry. We are 5 minutes in. Just going to leave that one running while I quickly just check on gold and CL. Still coming back up to the 4 hour on CL. And here's the 4 hour on gold. You can see how it's been rejecting really cleanly from the 4 hour zone. And then that's our previous 4 hour. So it's not wanting to go down, but if we're going to go bullish or take any longs on gold, we're going to want to see this flip. Right, let's go back to NQ. So this previous level, which is a previous 4 hour, I think, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, no, that's previous 4 hour. So this would be expected if we're going to go long to come back up here, retest this area. Hard to hear. Yeah, I know we need to sort this mic out. We'll get it sorted. It's as it comes through OBS, it seems to keep it quiet. I probably just need to talk right into this mic. Although I can go over 100% on the volume. Hello. It's not really going up though, is it? Is that a little bit better? We've had a haircut. Finally got some time to go. But I'm still wearing a cap. So when we're doing our alpha boxes, remember every time we have a new alpha box, when a candle is currently a little bit after it, I'm sorry mate, we will get this sorted. So when we when a new candle is forming, this support and resistance is like your most important. But when predominantly when you're creating support and resistance zone, right? They need to you need to have seen that area reacting to be able to then put it on the chart. So this is already giving you a heads up, like here, right? Before it's even confirmed. So after this point, you would then add that area on. However, with the alpha boxes, we already know this is a really important area now for this hour. So that's why we can see it hold in there. Same thing when we come up now, we know these are previous levels the price can hold. It's a very aggressive move straight out. Good morning, mate.
Good morning, mate.
How is everyone today?
Okay. How's Mel's looking now?
There's the output volume. Is that sending it up? Isn't really, is it?
Is the volume low?
Output volume. That should be better. Is that louder, guys? I put a second indicator in my chart with the last 4. Yes, the next update for the alpha boxes will be multi-time frame boxes. So exactly what you're doing there, Aaron, you'll be able to have the obviously like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, the monthly. Anything that's currently in play is obviously quite important to have on your chart, right? And then obviously your previous ones, if you can use them just for the hourly or whatever you want. But yes, there is upcoming premium update. And then we're going to add some more. Yeah, is that better? Perfect. And then we're going to add a little more, some touches as we always do. Here at MaxAlgo, we're going to look at adding some average deviations and potentially some probabilities as well around the boxes. Right now, you just want to be like, if you're going to be going on a higher time frame. So if we want to look on, for example, let's go on the 4 hour. Probably doing this on the wrong one. Bear me a second, I am doing it on the wrong one. I would just wait while we come back into this box. Okay, so the algo's bullish. We're above. This is our previous 4 hour. So we've got liquidity above. Could see something like this. That's if we're able to tap down. Obviously this has been a strong area. Let's wait. So higher time frames bullish. Well, 4 hour is flip in between strong bearish and corrective bearish. 3 hours already on a sequence 3. Just means we're in this corrective price action, right? This is corrective. After a large move down, it's just one or two things. We'll either go into a bullish phase or we'll continue back onto a bearish higher time frame. It's been a wild, wild week.
That's an understatement. FTSE's just plummeted as well.
Has it?
Yeah, 4% in the first 2 minutes.
And do you know what? I can't see it getting anything better anytime soon. So if we have a look at the daily. Just put up 4 hour. So this is our monthly box, right? Let me just turn off liquidity for the moment. So this is our monthly box. We flip this bearish. And dynamic TP's coming down, right? On the 4 hour. So we're just sitting here and holding. If we look at our weekly, this is our previous weekly box. So any sort of bullish retracement, this is where I would expect to look for a potential rejection. But if we see price closing below here, then we can look at that sort of monthly level as where we could go to. If we look at the yearly, here's our yearly box, right? So we've had a really nice strong push. As with our previous year, once we flipped it. So I think our monthly level, which is around here, if we are going to carry on bearish, the 1 hour's just crossed and come under the 0 line. So if we look at the last time we came above, which was here, we had a nice run. This was only a shallow correction. We're nearly at a similar level. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if we can get, if this can cross again. That'll give us potentially, we will see how it reacts, or whether it's going to be a deeper correction. But Bitcoin is looking terrible. Oh, sorry, this is gold. Come on, my apologies. Even gold's starting to go. That was the one I wanted to look at. So, that was what I was thinking. I'm sure my analysis was different to this last night. Yeah, so look at our 4 hours come under. And I think even our daily, yeah, our daily's crossed under, which is really not good. So this is the beginning of the year, and now we've crossed. Last time we crossed, we saw this correction. Here we only just held off. So we can definitely expect, obviously, how steep that is, a much bigger correction. We are around this sort of level, so let's have a look at increasing on monthlies. So this is the monthly box I was looking at in terms of where if we were to lose this level, we could come down to. Let's look at our yearly. Oh, this is the current yearly. So we're well below previous year. Held it nicely. So we could see this is a strong resistance where price might come back to. And where if you're looking to continue on the shorts, we could have that. Let's go to the 4-hour box. Let's see what talking about. Yeah, it's a shame we didn't just quite get down to here. Obviously, again, I think Aaron, that was a good call, right? Because this was the 4-hour box. It's currently in play. So when we talk about boxes in play, it means that the candle is currently live, which makes them even more important. So this is a 4-hour candle, and you can see how the rejection out of there was just perfect. So absolutely, quality trade if you took that. I was just trying to go for a little bit deeper. Hindsight, probably really could have looked at that 4-hour once we came back out and taken it. Liquidity gone, great trade. I think alpha boxes are going to take the industry by storm, I've got a feeling. So first 20 minutes, we are green, meaning that statistically we're more expecting the high to go and potentially a bullish hour. We've taken the previous hour high, expecting another bullish hour. We've flipped the 4-hour, expecting more of a bullish 4-hour. We've come above the 0 line, transitioning. So right now we are looking at going into a little bit of a bullish phase on NQ. So interesting on Bitcoin. Same thing on the daily, we've just crossed that 0 line. Just coming over that 0 line. We flipped the yearly. Meaning that, that's right, potentially now, until the end of 2025, we could expect this to be our high. So here, when we came below and rejected, that was to the end of the year. Here's a current year, you can see how we hold that. Continue bullish. So it is a bad sign for Bitcoin that potentially we will see a bearish 2025. Well done, Aaron. Nice trade. We'll have a look at that in a second. So these are yearly boxes. Let's go to our 3-month. Let's have a look at a quarter. So we can see we've just started this quarter, and here's a previous level, how that's been well respected. So potentially this is where we were calling, I was saying about Bitcoin coming down to this level. It's where we could see price reject from. I mean, obviously this was Saturday, when we were just inside the box, and in 2 days we've gone minus 10%. Yikes. Good morning, Mark.
He's back.
He's back. So, yeah. That's an area to stick on your charts for Bitcoin. But yeah, this year, 2025, so far, it's not looking great. We can use monthlies and quarterlies. We want to be seeing that we're going above, right? If we're going to go bullish, we want to hold them and go above. So if we look at the monthly, same thing again, right? We're inside, rejecting, and again, we've got a slightly higher level, but yeah, this area again being that main area, we expect a potential reaction for Bitcoin. And our yearly being up here. We might, obviously doesn't mean we can't come back and revisit the yearly. Just on CL. Yeah, dynamic TP is bullish. Coming back to maybe visit our 4 hour. This is our 4 hour box. Dun, dun, dun. Mixed signals for this hour. See if we can cross this zero line. Got a bullish hour below the 50% on the box. Correct, it is. Let's have a look at gold. Yeah, rejection off the 4 hour for gold. This is the previous 4 hour level. This is our hourly. Coming up to that zero line. Just sort of trapped in between this at the moment. So we have transition bullish, then we came under the zero line. Failed to do anything too aggressive. I am bearish on gold. CL's mixed signals for me. Let's see. NQ's cleaner in that we're taking that 4 hour. A lot more bullish. So yes, overall we are bearish, right? On NQ. However, right now we're having a bit of a retracement. And we focus on where we are at this current present time. As we're not swing trading live. So this is our 4 hour. This is our 1 hour. So I've just added a couple on. So you can see here, we had a new 1 hour. This is where I was really looking at this for a nice trade out of this box. And then I was waiting for a tap back here. We had our 4 hour, obviously, which we want to see it respect. So hindsight, I didn't have the 4 hour listed. So here's our current hour. Coming onto the 0 line. Under the 4 hour. So you can see here, as we come back in the box, MACD's already crossed, giving us an indication that it's going to drag this down and under. So here, could have waited for that close below and entered on there, stop above the box. Even just targeting previous levels. But once we see that go, we can expect this to be our high for the hour. Even just return into the 4 hour, and now we've taken that 4 hour. Obviously we were expecting now to close bearish, so below the box. I think we've still got an hour and a half on the current 4 hour candle. So liquidity, we've got the current high of the day. If we just go some of those levels now, there's an 80% probability that the current high of the day goes. Let me just fix my screen. It's a pain. It's done now. Keeps flickering on and off. So we've got high probability of the high of the day. This is our previous 4 hour candle. Current lows. It's kind of where we're sitting around at the moment. Obviously New York Open's going to be interesting. I would expect some comments today from Trump.
You can't say anything.
He's got to say something.
Crashing market, isn't it? US finance experts have just put the chance of a US recession up to 55%.
Wow. How's the pound looking? It's dropping. Do you know what? Let me just do this on the other chart. Man, it's going to be a crazy year. Do you know what? I love shorting as well. If I could pick one direction, I'd short over, I'd go long. What about you guys? If you had to trade in one direction, put it in the comments. Which way would you trend? If you can only pick one for the rest of your life, are you going long or are you going short? I must be a bear. So interesting level here on pound. You can see how we've reacted. Kicked off this bloody thing. Let's go up my time frames. Let's have a look at the pound. PC. There's a PC that keeps kicking me off. What's the IP address here? You just check on your computer, just search what's the IP. Might be a second, guys. Long on NQ.
Mm. 48607 633F6.
193238. IP address. I haven't got a PC at home, so it's not me. Unless it's that one.
Yeah.
Might be a second. Huh? Yeah. Just keeping it off. Just close it down. I didn't realise I opened it. Let's see if that's fixed it. Sorry. Long on NQ. Right now, well. So, we're on the 4 hour on the pound. It's bad, but it's not that bad. Let's go through the time frames. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, so if the pound goes below 1.282 and closes below that, then we can expect a bearish week this week. Previous weekly's down here. See this level where we've been holding, and then we break out. So if the pound comes below, we could see an aggressive move down in between. Let's have a look at the monthly. That's what we're rejecting off. You can see here, this was the monthly. So these are previous monthly boxes. We start the month, come to a previous month, hold it, break above. Have a nice push up. Now we've come below and we've re-rejected again from that monthly box. And we are coming below. So I think it's quite realistic. The pound could be visiting 1.272. If we can see a clean close below. And yeah. Where are we? Monday, 7th of April. 7 days in. Yeah, I think we could probably expect that to be our high for now, for this month. I think it's more likely. And more likely we revisit these levels. So, well, could look for a short trade on the pound at some point as well. Set an alert up. Right, let's keep going. Three-month will be the same. Same quarterly level. Here's the yearly. See, once we flip that, We've then gone bullish. So it would be this level first, right? So we're expecting this 127.5. And then real bad scenario back to 125. But I think that's feasible for the pound. So we will stay bearish on the pound. Euro's doing well. Right, let's go back to the weekly. So we're above the weekly, right? You can see there on the hourly. Here's the weekly box. So as long as we're staying above here, we can come back and retest it. But yeah, this is a good sign, right? So weekly's good. So Euro's looking strong for now. Monthly. This is our monthly down here, isn't it? So rejection from the, so come above the monthly, and then we're just tapping in between these monthly levels. Rejection from here. So yeah, possibly now we can expect Euro to at least come back to the weekly level. We are starting a bit of a correction. So yeah, possibly looking at Euro coming back to 1.09. And then that might be nice to see how we then position ourselves. See if we lose that level, then we're getting really bearish. Right now, a lot more bullish on Euro compared to everything else. CL has been very bearish. Let's have a look at the weekly. Yeah, so we've come below on the weekly. Already taken the lows. Closed outside. Didn't close below this level though. But yeah, still bearish on CL. So this is our yearly. I think that's too far to be judging that being the next level. Okay, we're just sitting around the current quarterly level. So these are our quarters. You can see how we've now come below. Looking like we're going to lose this level. Let's get some more. Might need to go up time frames just to increase how far back. All right, it's quite a big gap. Same on the monthly. My God. Could we see a giant crash on CL? We lose this level right now. There's a large bit of space between these two. and this is on quarterlies, it could be a big drop. So I think the easiest thing to do with CL right now is just focus on the weekly, in that we are below the weekly. If we can see it close back above, then maybe we could revisit some highs, but while we're below, we're still bearish. NQ's holding out a little bit more on the weekly. You can see how when we opened on the 4 hour, we've come straight back up. If it would have closed below that low, would have been better. So we can see it come back up above now and come high on the weekly. It's only Monday, so it's only early. What I will be looking for, if we're going to go bearish, we can see a flip of that level. You can see the 1 hour now, MACD is now crossing, giving us a little bit of a pullback. Same daily box today, so the weekly and the daily are the same. So over the next week, we could look at each day to see whether we're going to flip, right? So as we come up, we start the day. So if we look at daily boxes, let's go down to 15 minutes. If we think about this from a weekly point of view, right? When we flip a daily box, we can be bullish, and when we go under, we can be bearish, right? So as we come under here, we can retest. So if we're going to go bearish throughout the week, we can see a daily box flip. Potentially look at that one. Right now, it's an interesting day. I think today's a difficult day to call what's going to happen, but we can use them just as areas to say, obviously if we're above, we're bullish. Prop firms are telling everyone not to trade.
My fund of futures this morning said 5% drop on Nasdaq, do not trade or your account close.
Wow. My fund is futures, telling their prop firms not to, traders not to trade. If you trade, you can lose your account. I've never, ever seen that on the prop firm space. I was close to trading in my fund in futures today as well. Did they put it on X, or is it just on their latest news?
It was on Discord.
It's on their Discord.
I read it through 1 hour and I woke up 1 minute else now.
Same on Top Step as well.
Is it?
Price limit rules. Only for funded day. Wow. It's only if you got a live account or funded account.
Never seen that.
Evaluations don't matter.
Never seen that.
No. Today's the day to do some evaluations then, I suppose. I think volatility could be crazy. It's been like that on NQ though. Like, I'll just trade 10 points. It's like nothing. Yeah. Right, let's get back to it. So we've dribbled up on our 4 hour. We're still corrected, but we've not come under the 0 line on the MACD. The last time it came about was COVID pickles. Right, okay. I wasn't trading prop firms during then. I was still crypto. Right, I see. think I started transitioning Forex during that point of COVID, I think it was. Just after. I need to put some morning juice in me. Not that type of juice, that's disgusting. Like mother, like son, that's disgusting. Horrid. Hope you spit your water all over. I don't know what we're going to do. What should we do? Do we tap the 4-hour box? Bloody close. I think it's a day in... I think we'll just continue to do some coding, I think, today. Nice holding. This is the previous 4-hour, which is why we were just looking to see whether we could get a tap and a retracement on. However, we tapped on the 4-hour, the current 4-hour. So really simply, when we're below the 0 line, we're bearish. When we're above the 0 line, we're bullish. You can see as we start building, when we cross that 0 line, we can get strong moves. If we struggle to get any real momentum, can give you an indication that, okay, the market is more not wanting to go in that direction or not ready yet. When the current time frame MACD comes above and holds, especially during this correction, these can be great points if you're take a trend line, see how we're above there and we're bullish. You're expecting a diagonal correction, right? Breakout, continuation, pump, right? Correction, 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 and same thing here. Right, we're going to continue. We correct back into an area of support and go. Same thing when we're bearish, right? Under the 0 line, bullish correction. Correction over, under the 4-hour, tap into it, come back under the 0 line. This has gone red. See you later. Slightly larger correction on this one, but we're still under the 0 line, right? So we can still have a little bit of bias that this is a bearish correction. We can carry on down. We're under here, right? Bearish correction. There is a reason for all these things on my chart. See how momentum's falling? Nice push up. Failed to make another high. Failed to make another high. Right, although we haven't come straight back under the zero line. We're getting close to starting that correction. Let's just YOLO an eval for fun. I'm up for it. I'll have to register it though. Let me see if I can do that. Should I do it? If we do it on TradingView, or should we just do it on TradeOvate? I'll have to set up the TradeOvate sharing. Still on TradeOvate. Bear me a second. I saw Patrick was live on YouTube. At this time. I think he's been up all night. Someone check he's okay. We can give him shit now because he'd be tired. Not at his best. I'll regret that. Right. Let's do a little bit of higgledy piggledy. Bear me a second, guys. So if I move this, quick shot. Here we go. Oh my my god, I need to load NQ. Let's get rid of that. Let's add on. Where is it? There we go. Add-ons. Superdom. Right. And now if I add a new window capture. Oh my god. Alright, let's get the DOM in view. There we go. Right. So new hour. New hourly box. Remember, we're not expecting this 4-hour low to go. This is our current 4-hour low. But, so we could return to the previous. Let's see. What the fuck is this?
Your playlists again.
My playlist is just a playlist.
I didn't pick it.
Oh la la la. Anyway. Yeah, I don't like that. And wait, we see we've got this box now. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Don't go without me. So remember we're at red, currently bearish. We are looking like a nice correction though. We're up against previous level. I'd rather take it out of the box rather than up against this one. Fuck. 1 minute, 1 minute. let's give it a go. We've gone long. I want to see the MACD cross a little early. This is just a bit of eval fun. No. No. That's where I should have taken my entry out of that bloody box if it was going to go. We're out. Let's wait. That was the reaction I wanted. Not sure it's going to hold though. Right, I'm just looking to see if we can take it back down to the 4 hour now. Is it cheating if I use the algos as well? Four-hour corrective bearish. Nice rejection. Push. So we've held this level before, right? I want to see it come right, tap. Come on. Push down into it. So obviously not ideal. We are really should be patient waiting for the next hour, but we're having a bit of fun this morning since we can't trade our main accounts. Just playing the return to here. It's our current hour, it's our current 4 hour. So we've taken the current hourly high, right? But we are bullish and correcting. But we have come above, rejected, gone below the hourly box. But when we're above like this, this is corrective price action anyway. Ideally, we want to be waiting for the correction to be over. Come on, see if you can give us just a push down. How's everyone today? We all good? I'd have been out already if I was on the another account. I don't want to see this closing. Obviously, we don't want to go back above here now anyway. We could return to the previous hour, but I'm just looking for it to come back into the 4 hour. It's not too strong in the correction. We saw as we were coming up volume diminish, but we are above, and normally I'd be waiting for this to align. There's our break. And let's just wait. If we close above, I'll be out of the trade. Ideally, I'd have liked it something like this. It's just this one. If we flip bullish, we'll go uber aggressive. Uber aggressive. New. We're just waiting. So if we see a close back above, we'll get out. We can get a push down into here. We want to take some profit. I'd have much preferred going long, but that's all right. We're below our hourly and we're in between these two levels, which is why we're playing this short, but so this is the light version of MaxAlgo with an additional box, but just showcasing the support and resistance today. Let's push. I don't want to see us come back to that level now. If I was using my normal thing, I'd be stop to BE. But I'm not. I haven't traded in TradingView in a while, in TradeView in a while. Have I even got... No, ATMs are not set up. Let's just... I don't even fucking know what I'd use now. Just leave it. So I've got to take profit at 766.75, just around the middle. Just around 7665, did I say? Around here. Could look for this low, but let's see if we can just scalp that trade. If it comes back, I'll be screwed. Trailing drawdown, just getting drained. So we did get down, we basically are at this level, right? Which is why, well, our entry is here. Oh, for fuck's sake, no. Our entry is here. Let's have a look. 820. Our entry's there, and we were just looking to come down to this level. Took it a little bit in, around there. And again, our stop is above here, so if price closed above, we were out. I don't want to see it come back above. Fuck it, fuck. Haven't even got how am I going to put my stop to break even? Problem is with the stop now, it doesn't really matter because the trailing drawdown, we're just taking the trailing drawdown. Up 730. Come on, give us that little push. God's sake. All right. TP hit. Beep, beep, beep. Let's have a look at what we do now. So we're inside our 4 hour. I don't remember exactly where it was, but we took about that. Right, let's do a little bit of digging. We get a sell signal on the hour. We've got a red box, we've already taken the low. Dynamic TP is bullish. The current hour is 62% bullish. 2 hour is corrective bearish. 4 hour is 82% strong bearish, which means the 4 hour is this level here. We expect to close below this level. We've got 38 minutes on a new 4 hour. Remember, if you want to get hold of the light version of the boxes, which is pretty much what I've been using here, you can do that. Just go to... There we go. Let's have a look. Not prepared. So this week we'll be continuing to work on the premium version. At some point we'll launch the premium version just on the boxes. There's the free. So you can get access to the free boxes, as well as dynamic TP, as well as the hourly stats. And then for all you guys that are here or on lifetime, obviously the premium side will be the boxes. I'm aiming to try and get done by end of this week, or at least have the multi-time frame boxes, so you don't have to have multiple indicators on. So then we're basically doing this, right? So this is multiple time frames. We've got a 4 hour and we've got our current hour. So it's all about what's in play, right? So we've got a 12-hour candle in play. So we could have a look at our 12-hour candle. It's massive. It's no help to us today. I think we're going to need to stay down the lower time frames. Just keep to the 4 then. So this is our current 4. And 1, 2, 3. That's the previous 4. I was expecting that we might just get up there. Just retap that level. Didn't quite make it. We hit the liquidity. So we had a liquidity high, right? I think it was here. So we took the liquidity. You get the liquidity light levels as well. You can see there, that was our liquidity level. And we had the current high. So now, we're in between these levels. We've just generated another liquidity level above. And we're sitting on our 4-hour box. Looking pretty steep. Current hour's bearish. Right, it's a great flip this. This is a perfect example, right? 5 minutes in, we take the low, expecting this to be our high now. We come down, nice rejection off of the alpha box. And then we return to the 4 hour, which we've flipped bullish. So these areas are where you struggle with support and resistance before, right? Is you only see it. It's in the past. It's hindsight, if you like. It's great hindsight where we can go, okay, well, this area here would have held, you know, do you actually select that area? These get created before price rejects from it, because they are current candles, and where it is important for price to use as support and resistance during those hours. And then obviously we can see that they have an impact on future price, but the current alpha box for that current candle is super important. Yes, 100%. I'm going to be going into much more detail. I think once I've got the multi-time frame boxes, I'm going to go into a lot more detail on how to use them, higher time frames, all that sort of thing. But probably the most important aspect is the current candle box is so important. So what have we got in our hourly stats, right? So we're 13 minutes in, we've taken the low. We know within the first segment, within the first 10 minutes, there's a 54% probability that what we're going to put in our high. So when we take this low, we now expect this to be our high with a 54% probability. We've gone bearish on dynamic TP. We're still under the 0 line, right? We're above our 4 hour, so we know where we can expect price potentially to go to, and where it might not run further from. We get a nice clean rejection out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, all rejecting out of that area. And then price has now returned back to our 4 hour, which we're getting that reaction from now, right? We are above. Remember before when I was drawing the corrections? We are above. So we expect what? Still potentially bullish, but we're in a corrective phase back to support, where price then might carry on from. So difficult thing I've got now is the hourly right now is bullish, so is bearish. So as much as we're breaking out, and do I want to go and jump in long? Yes, I really want to go and jump in long. However, I want to see the hourly get disrespected. Maybe we can come back up, reject here, retap, and then I can take a long out of it. And that is why I only took this trade to this level. And you can see how well that price has reacted. And we've come straight back to our current hour. Price has reacted again. We have created a beast. A beast. So if we're going to flip bullish, we need current MACD to go above the 0 line. This will start correcting. We're still pretty heavy on momentum, so hold your horses. This is our hourly box. Right now, what does that tell you? The hourly is bearish. If you're going to go long, you need a bullish hour. Let's wait. We've got a new 4-hour candle in half an hour. That might be the point when we go long. Or now. Or now. Let's check out some of the premium tools. So dynamic trend AI is bullish as well. We've just transitioned. Higher time frame is bearish, so that's fine. You can see that this is our current hour gone bearish. Our current previous hour, our 4-hour open. Four-hour is flipping, so it'd be nice to see the next 4-hour candle hold that corrective bearish, and we start going bullish. Remember, we've come above correction, potential breakout, and we can expect this liquidity to go. We need to see that 1 hour flip. We need to see this 1 hour flip. And then we're all in. Do, 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 do. Dee, 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 dee. No lazy boy trades. Owly is not aligned. Some nice rejections again. 1, 2, 3. No trade for me. That's what I wanted to see. Tap back up. Rejection. Tap down. What I'm looking for now is to see this hourly, if it's going to flip bullish, or I've got to wait for a new 4 hour. It's a beautiful sunny day. Nice rejection. Playing a bit of ping pong. So, is anyone, has Trump put out a time he might talk, or is it just be social media that he put something on, do you think? What news? We got some news this week as well, haven't we? Let's just check that out. Been watching some. I got obsessed with a video on YouTube, not like me, of someone driving 1,000 miles on one tank. Can't even drive to the fucking shop and back on one tank at the moment in my car. Going forever. Went from Morocco back to the UK on one tank. That's insane. Must have a tiny tank. Right, we want just USD. Yeah, so we've got CPI on Thursday, PPI on Friday. So nothing crazy today or tomorrow. FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. Funding pips as well. Oh, I'm not watching the chart. I'm reading news. We're going long. We flipped the bullish. Okay, so we've just taken that hourly high, right? What?
Totally distracted.
I was looking at news. Right, we're coming above. Come on, give us a tap back into this level, and then we're going. Where's my... Have I done it? Oh. Right, come on, little rejection, tap back down. Don't you moon without me. Don't you moon without me. Come on back. Come on. So close. Take that. Am I in? I'm in for 2? How have I gone in for 2? Right, we're very, very aggressive. Right, I want dynamic TP to change now. I could do with taking one off. Take one off. I didn't want 2 positions on. So there's that rejection. Come on. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm moving shit around. Sorry, guys. What should I do? Should it be like that? There we go. I'm going to lock that down. Let's move this window. Hang on. Okay, so a couple of good things. We've taken the high of the current hour. Dynamic TP has just started going blue. We've had a rejection obviously from that area. I want to see it push through, strong push through. Come on. Come on, take that level. Take that level. So what I'm looking for is for price to come, is to close above here really. We originally went on 2 contracts by accident. I took 1 off. 2 is just too much volatility beyond 2. I think our trailing drawdown would just go bye. Even on 1 really, it's probably a bit high at the moment, but we'll see. This isn't nice. We want to see a better move than this. We have come above the 0 line, which is fine. Having a little correction. Not quite tapped. We did obviously get that tap back in, which is where I got in. I go in about here. Watch out, mark it on the chart. Where are you? So 855. So we're looking at this really as a move, right? Really looking to bring it up here. I want to see it come up and close above this level. So, what are we on? You can't quite see. We're on 51,600. Let me move. How can I move that so you can see? If I move that, can you see? Does that move? No. Let's do that. There you go. You can see, look, we're on 51,500. Come on. I can't have too much messing around with the volatility, otherwise trailing drawdown will disappear. Come on. Push, 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 push. Strong push. Strong push. So, I mean, even from a 1R, 2R point of view, I think what we've already done, probably, yeah, 1R, 2R, 3 at the liquidity, just below, even this high, could have been one. But I'm just... Oh, no. I'm only oh-knowing because of trailing drawdown. Probably should be on 5 minis, really. Is it minis? Micros? Micros, minis, minis, micros? My ADHD brain. I've talked about it so many times. Just will not accept the information. Holding the level nice. We've got 20 minutes until we got a new hour. So our 4 hour, just in a formation point of view, right? Our 4 hours come up, put in a new high. So, you know, there's good probability that the 4 hour is going to be bullish, can take this high. From a formation point of view. We're just struggling at this level. Really like to see it come higher. Obviously, I could just take this trade out now. 1,500 up. Yeah, meow. Be a little bit premature. That's a nice push. Let's go. Let's go. You can do it. No. Other way. So we're up 1,000 on this trade. We're up 1,000 on the other trade. Be close to passing if we hit TP. Oh my God. See, we're just back testing. You just click, 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 done. Come on. So blue line is our entry. You can just see it at the side there. And I just put the TP here. I don't really want to come back below that level, but I don't want to lose trailing drawdown either. Like here. I don't want to come below there. So, see, it's nice when you're on a funded account and you've already got past your profit point because you don't have the trailing drawdown. Back doing this again. I usually just hate doing the trailing drawdown. Come on. It's too many contracts, really. Or one contract's too much volume. So if I get taken out, I'll end up losing like 800 in drawdown. I really want to take profit at a high point so that we've got most of our drawdown. Which I think we're going to... Starting a bit of a correction. Come on. Come on. So we don't want to see this hourly candle now. Sorry, this current candle. We don't want to lose this low. We immediately go and lose that low. Yeah. That's it. Come back up. Come back up. Come back up. Right. I'm going to close out the trade there. Just in case. Can't afford for it to come back on me with the trailing drawdown. Even though I still like the trade. So we are at 51,400. Yeah, we got 2,000 drawdown. So we lost 500 drawdown on that. That's all right. We got out just before it pushed down. Once we lost that low. Let me just put this screen back. Oh. What do we think about Trader 8 setup actually on the stream like this, just having the DOM? Or should we just keep it clean, having the entire trading view? Remember, we're above. We've come above. We're starting that correction. This could be the push. I don't really want to jump back in now, but nice correction. There's the push up. Only trading view for you. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, let's move it out of the way. So we got in at there. So we literally just caught, it was this candle we got in on. Just caught that pullback, missed it inside of here, and then we've had a nice push. Held that level well, and obviously this was the trade trying to push it back up to this liquidity. If you're dealing with trailing drawdown, it is absolutely better to take your profits and wait for another good setup. A lot of people don't realize that they just hold their trades and then it just ends up taking all of their profit, because it does it within the trade, right? So it's not once the trade's closed, it then takes it off. It's while the trade's in profit, it's draining your trailing drawdown. So you need to be careful. That was a good entry. We've had a couple of good trades now, right? I know this is a lot more aggressive than normal, right? So please don't think this is how we do it. But it's a good example of us using the alpha boxes between the 4 hour, right? Nice trade down to the 4 hour. Why didn't we expect it to go further? Because we're above it. Same thing when we flip this, right? We go bullish. We come back above the 0 line, which is what I said. If we're going to go bullish, if this is going to change, you want to see this come back above. We had an aggressive, a tap back in, a nice trade entry in. We come above, next alpha box, hold it, and now we're looking to push up into our previous 4 hour and our liquidity. Or alternatively that high, if you wanted to just take a high. Come on. 3 rejections. Doo-doo. Smashed. Smashed. Liquidity hit. That was where my stop was. Bish bash bosh. Nice 3.2 hour trade. 1.5 and we lose 1 hour here. Lovely. If you want to do it in terms of ticks, which is easier, we lost 38 ticks. We gained 54. And then we gained 103. So a total gain of 150, 120-ish. Thanks, bud. It's been good. Hope you can see when we're above that 0 line how these can be a corrective phase. A corrective phase of a bullish run. We've tapped liquidity now. This is still looking pretty weak, right? Growing, but we've got another 3,000 we've got to get to, haven't we? So we've got another 1,500 to make. I think probably look at that tomorrow, but let's see. Current high obviously has a high probability of going today. Not sure about that now. This is the previous 4 hour, current 4 hour, previous 4 hour. Quite often when we're below like this and we re-tap, we'll go and visit the previous 4 hour alpha box, and that's close to what we did. Obviously we've got liquidity there, it's no problem taking profits at this high, at the liquidity. Doesn't have to be exact. We were looking for this trade as well previously, but it tapped into the 4 hour. That should have been the right trade there, really. We didn't take it, obviously you've just seen the trades that we've taken, but yeah, that was the break above the 4 hour, tap into the 4 hour, and then coming back up. We didn't do that. Nice cross above the 0 line. So the 4 hour is corrective bearish, which means we're going to go into a sequence 2 of corrective bearish. So it should be close to 70% bullish on the 4 hour next. We can see how it reacts with our alpha box when we get a new 4 hour in 4 minutes. Nice reaction off of the liquidity. The liquidity levels are designed different. They're not just highs and lows. They are based on trends. So the idea of liquidity is to track a trend, track when a trend is over, and place a liquidity level at the top of that trend and at the bottom of the trend. And that's what those liquidity levels do. And then with premium, it then tracks at what point of the day the liquidity was taken, and based on when it's created, how many times within that day, second day, third day, does that liquidity get taken. So we can see at this level right now, 50% of the time that level gets hit. When the liquidity is generated at the hour of 21, 80% of the time it gets taken. And that's what those are showing you. On the light version, you've just got the levels, right? So we've come up, taken liquidity, tap back again into that area, right, where we've been. Other alpha box, previous hour. Nothing for me until this new 4 hour now. That probably would have done the challenge for us, taking it all the way up. We got out here just to protect our trailing drawdown. Otherwise, I'd held that all the way. I'd have just been at this point here, I'd have just been at break even. Or taken some partials, midpoint. And then let it run. If you're trading today, try and make it an eval day. A lot of the prop firms are obviously put out you can't trade your fundeds. I think we've had a lazy boy. Let's have a little check around CL. I got hyper focused on NQ then just because it looked the cleanest where I wanted to take a trade, but CL, we've got a bullish hour, but obviously it's not aligned in the way that we want it. Here's our current 4 hour, so will we potentially return to this level? We will see. All that time we are below the 0 line, right? So even though we're dynamic trend AI is bullish, we haven't got everything aligned to give us clean pushes. Gold, what we said on gold is this choppiness, right? Just being stuck in between this level. You can see that we did come above the 4 hour, which is good, and then we've come back to that previous 1 hour level where we've rejected from here. So this would have been a nice little ping pong trade, right? out of the 1 hour, back to the previous level that we've been holding, and just ping-ponging between. We don't expect this low to go yet in this current 4 hour because we've taken this high. So we expect this to be the low. Everything's 50-50 on the algos. We haven't got anything massively aligned other than we are more bearish on the 1 hour. As we can see, we're below the... Well, we've just started a new 4 hour now. So gold, CL, nothing great. That's why NQ was the trade this morning. Because we went bullish when we flipped this 4 hour here and came above the 0 line. It was just a lot cleaner. So we've got a new 4 hour candle. Our new 4 hour candle is 34%. So let's just go up time frames. Let's just quickly go to an hour. No, it's not going to make a difference because on there. So slight advantage that we can expect this current 4 hour to potentially be bullish. Other than that, we haven't got huge advantages. Trend AI has transitioned to bullish. Remember, when we look at the higher time frame, we've come all the way down, we've come up, corrected, come all the way back up. We are in a higher time frame corrective phase. So we're not expecting any home runs, right? We're expecting a bit of chop chop. We're in this range. We could quite easily now expect to come back to the bottom of the range. Especially with New York right after the weekend. We might want to see New York open. There's be uncertainty in the market. How have we found the stream today, guys? I got myself up this morning after the kids being up half the night. I got to get live. Glad to be back on. Just flipping that 4 hour and 1 hour. Remember, this is everything now. Nice correction. That's a big candle. We'd normally like something a little bit smaller to get in. Realistically. Come on. What was that? Someone find out what that was. What happened? $153 points. 612 ticks. That candle. What? My word. It's insane. Back above this level. Now holding that. Right, that was the previous 4 hour. Previous 4 hour now. So this is our current high for the day. We are just below it. Depending on how this goes, because it makes it difficult, right? I mean, obviously with the boxes, you can take trades out of the boxes and put your stops below, right? I like to use the hourly, the current hour or the current 4 hour area that I want to get in on. We're just going to come and retrace that entire candle. Beautifully held. Scalpers paradise. Your YouTube is not. Oh, I've got an error. We still live? Not sure we're still live. As such, viewers will experience. It's come up with an error.
What was that candle?
That was what I was. We were asking.
That's what do we?
612. Yeah, we are still live. 612 ticks. It's a huge candle. That's crazy.
You are live.
Oh, okay. Must have just been the internet here going a bit funky. I was like, well, look, see if we can get in on this candle. See you later.
You're right.
What?
I'm deaf.
You are deaf?
Done a test.
Yeah.
It says, see a hearing professional?
It's not old age, though. I think you think it's just...
Why did you throw that in? You have to book an appointment?
Have you? Yeah.
It says I've got hearing loss.
Are you going to an ear doctor? Don't play any jokes.
Hello?
They must get that all the time.
Look, I can see even here, looking at you, I can see how happy you are about this.
I did say I thought you were going deaf a bit. Eek.
Oh, Aaron. Oh, Aaron. That's gonna burn.
We've all been there with the...
Oh, I've been it, I've done it. I feel your pain.
Right, let's check out the other pairs now, because NQ has gone on one. Okay, and this is nice. CL's come above. See, again, we come above, right? Correct. Correct. Continuation. Lovely break above, retap. This is our next area for CL to visit. Take out this high. Previous 4 hour. Oh man. It was the right thing as well. Like you had the long as well. Okay, so gold's been a little bit more conservative, but we're still in this choppy area for gold, right? This is the previous 4 hour for gold. Current 4 hour. I'm more bearish on gold than I am anything else. But we are above. Yeah, I think you really want to see either or go, right? We want to see low go, rejection, high, come back up, tap here, and then maybe in a trade on this point, getting from this level, a trade above. So come above, hold potentially. All right, Aaron, take care, buddy. Yeah, I like trading London. Glad to be back trading London, Mark. Okay, look, we're 11 minutes in, right? On the 7-minute candle, we just took the high. This is our current low for the hour. Got a small bottom wick. Gold's pretty. We'd have to see a very shallow correction on the MACD now. It's looking good. Another nice push off the alpha box. Let's see if this can now break us out of the previous 4 hour, which is this level. See if we can get a break above, hold, and then potentially a move on. Let's have a look at liquidity. Yeah, NQ, reason why I'm just looking at something else is this just took us away from that potential entry for us on the 4 hour. That candle just blew us out. So let's have a look at CL. Okay, we were saying about CL coming back up to the previous 4 hour zone. We're just tapping liquidity. That's been taken now. The low's got a good chance. We are going to go bearish going today. So the algo has gone bullish on the hour. 89%. We are holding above. Hey, Costa. Yeah, you think we'll be filling that on NQ? Push for the gap fill. I don't like. Yeah, all our volume's been inside of here so far, which is where we're currently at. So it'll be interesting. Volatility and volume still very bullish. You can see that we're still, momentum is still increasing. Not sure about that. I think gold. So I like gold. Feel like we're squeezing and potentially we might just pop this now. Remember our algo is bullish on gold. 81% probability being bullish. 89%, sorry. Just hanging if we can get a few more probabilities. Still, it's old age. It is. We switched up an eval today. We're 1,500 up on the eval. Liquidity above 80% on gold. I think we're just see this break. There's been that many rejections at this level. So just to remind you, what I'll do is I won't extend the boxes. So I'll show you. This is the previous hour. Okay. And then on oh no, sorry, I'll do it on the other one. Hang on. Show you on this one. So we just did the last 3 4-hour candles. So you can see this is extended the 4-hour, right? So this is our previous 4-hour level and there's our next 4-hour level. Yeah? And what these boxes will show you is during the candle formation, why they're really important. And then even from a previous point of view, right? So you can see here how we're holding that level. And this has been most of the morning now where we've kind of been trapped in between this range. You can see when we started this hour and we went above this box, this then became the level. Feel like we're going to break out though. We got one more minute. We close above the 50% of the first 20 minutes. That gives us a 74% probability of popping the high and having a bullish candle as well. Here's our previous 1-hour high. So if we take that, that adds value as well. That gives us another 70% probability of being bullish. Every time we're closing above this alpha box as well, gives us high probability of being bullish for the hour. The current algo for gold is 89% probability bullish for the hour. Should we carry on? We're above the open. We're above the middle. Liquidity created here. Then liquidity is being created here. We want to see this liquidity go and then a drive up to this level. So if I just extend the boxes again, I'll just show you where I expect us to have a little bit of a bounce. Potentially here, right? Bit of ping pong. And then we'll see. Here's the break. Let's go. Let's go. So we're 19 minutes in. Now we're 20. We've closed above 50% of the first 20 minutes, meaning that's that bullish. We've taken the high. So right now, looking at these statistics, we're going to go bullish. That means that there's, based on the last, can't quite see that. Let me just. So the last 190 bullish candles hourly, you can see that 64% of the lows of a bullish candle have been in the first 20 minutes. Now we've just taken the high after 20 minutes. So each segment's 10 minutes. So you can see if we were going to go bearish, that means the high would be in segment 3. There's a 7% probability of that happening. And right now the low is in segment 1. So what's more probable? It's more probable that we have a bullish hour because there's a 64% probability that's our low. Plus we've got our other probabilities now stacking up, right? We've taken the high of the previous hour. That adds up another 74%. We were above the 50% point in the first 20 minutes. That gives us another 64% probability of a bullish hour. Tick, 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 tick. We're above the open, above the alpha box. Tick, tick, tick. The algo's bullish. So doesn't mean we're going to go to the moon, but it's just saying that right now we can expect more bullish potential action. Probability is in favor of this hour being bullish. It doesn't have to be, but if we trade with it, more likely we will be right more often. Let's have a little check on NQ. See, there's our buy signal on our premium package. This is where we were talking about if we can get above. I wanted to see this level tapped, then a retap, and then potentially we could look, take a trade out of there. We've got a liquidity above, 80% probability that goes today. Here's our high. You can get hold of the alpha boxes for free. We have a free version for you. I've put a link in the comments. Just scroll up a bit, you'll see it. You can get the hourly alpha boxes. As you get your yellow, which is your current hour, that is really important. You can pull your trades from there. We want to see a close above. So this box shows us the first 20 minutes. And it shows whether we close above or below the 50% point. Right? This one here was bearish. What that means is there's a 74% probability that this low gets taken in the hour. Price comes back up into its hourly box. 74% probability this low gets taken. And that's exactly what happens. Right now we've already taken the high of that box, meaning the 74% probability has been ticked. The only thing then that box does give us is the likelihood of it being bullish is more in favor as well. And that's about 63%. Another tick. Here's our previous hour high. We haven't quite taken that. I thought we had. So the data on that, again, if we take the high of the previous hour, within the first sort of half an hour, we get about a 70% probability of being bullish. We've not quite taken that yet, so we don't have that in favor. The alpha box, when we're closing above the alpha box, that gives us probability of being bullish as well. So by the time 20 minutes is up and we've closed above, that gives us another 74% probability of a bullish hour, which means closing above the open. Tick, 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 tick. Dynamic TP. When we're above the zero line, we're bullish. Now we've been a little bit choppy, but we're bullish. Trend AI, higher time frame, is bullish. You can see we are bullish, right? We transitioned from bearish to bullish here. However, we've been very corrective because we're in a potential corrective phase. What we'd want to see is, if we're going to go bearish today, is this transition back bearish again. The higher time frame is bearish on the algo, meaning that even though we are slightly bullish, long in the higher time frame we're bearish. So we can see not a strong price, right? More corrective, like this. This is the light version of MaxAlgo. The alpha boxes, liquidity. Dynamic TP. Just trading that today on the out. You can see that we've had these trades so far today. I think we made a total of 120 ticks. You want to go in R, about 4R. NQ coming back. NQ CL has gone back to that 4 hour, right? When we spoke about that new 4 hour above tap, we could come revisit the previous 4 hour, which is this level here, which is exactly what we've done. And now we're getting a rejection from it. Super powerful. Gold just didn't get above. Another rejection from the level. We stayed on. We saw some high probability trades on NQ. I'm only favouring gold at the moment, but even then, that's if I had to pick. Mini alpha box. Come on. I think I've got gold. Come on, gold. Do 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 do. Couldn't quite get gold up in time. Right. I was just trying to get in on here, see if we couldn't just take it to this level, but I didn't get in on time. Okay, right, so we wanted price to come up, reject from this level, come back, tap and hold, and then break highs. We're not super strong, but let's see if we can make it happen. Momentum is getting lower. Oh, that's what we want to see. Come on. Just check. No way we're getting on Nasdaq after that run up. Okay, here. Wait, see if it comes back to that. Damn. So this is what I was trying to do, but I didn't have gold up on the eval that we loaded up today. And we had that push up. I was trying to grab the trade there. See if we can play it up into liquidity or even just into these levels. Like we spoke about, right? We're bullish. Everything's bullish. We need to see price come up. When we came back down, had a strong correction. It was that point there where I wanted to get that little pullback, and then off we go. Now we have, obviously we can come above, potentially we could come up to this level. We've just taken the liquidity though, and that was our high probability, right? If you remember, it was over, we go to here. This was our high probability liquidity. I think it was about 80%. Yeah, so we had an 80% probability of taking that high, which was a nice little target. Take it easy, Mark. See you later. So that's what I was looking for, that trade. GG, have you got it? 89% probability of a bullish hour. We went through everything else with MaxAlgo that gave us the probability of this hour being bullish, right? Tick, tick, tick. We can see very green, very green. We've still got liquidity above, and potentially price could still come up and revisit this zone here. However, we have achieved that of grabbing the liquidity, and for me, that was the trade. From here to here, that was the trade. Never mind. Thank you. So we've come below, failing to get above. Interesting. See what CL goes the other way. Right. We've been on for a good 2.5 hours. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Remember, if you want to pick up the light version for free, use the link and you can grab the alpha boxes and the hourly stats and dynamic TP, as well as the video course, just going through it. If you managed to grab some trade with us, well done, congratulations. And we'll see you tomorrow, live every day this week, as well as Tuesday, tomorrow afternoon, we've got an educational stream on light. So it will be in the Discord or not on YouTube, it'll be private.
So you need to join at least the free version, and you can join us tomorrow for it's not live trading, it's going to be educational. So training, backtesting, questions, support, anything you need. All right, guys. See you later.